Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Oof. This balance zone that we've been using, it's working out pretty nice. It's 74.06 to 74.96. Not too bad. We haven't been able to take out that 74.06 on the bottom side. So we've got two sessions where the lows are getting higher. We did a look above and fail of 74.96. Beautiful short. Hey, Moran. Raj, what's up? Oh, remember today at 11 a.m. I should type this out here so I don't forget and everybody sees it. Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to have an execution class. And it will be recorded. We're getting that look below. I've been waiting for this 74.55 to be tested. Hang on, let me just pull up a decent chart. Can I spell recorded properly? Come on, JJ. Okay, there we go. What I'm looking for on the old half hour, these levels, I came up with these levels. Well, I didn't come up with them, the market did. The market came up with these levels around contract change. And I tell you, they've been working just beautifully. Right? So now under 74.55, last time we did a little poke underneath 44 and came up. That was a nice trade. Really just wait for your trade. What I've been doing, you guys who are the traders who always talk about flatulence, right? They want to look at one thing and another thing and line them all up. What I find on this half hour chart, and this is the cool thing, you don't need market profile. Now, I know I'm a market profile educator, but I strongly believe that you can take the concepts for market profile of inventory, cost basis, and structure, and you can translate that to a half an hour chart, which basically market profile is a half hour chart. So you can see all of the inventory for pretty much this whole session has been above 74.55. Last time we flushed it, we couldn't get down to the bottom. You guys with me? Everybody still there? Everybody understand what I'm going on about? Right? If I lose you, stop me. Otherwise, I will just keep talking. Okay? I'll just keep going. Right? Like Vince Lombardi, I can talk about the same trade for 8 hours. Right? He could talk about a football play for 8 hours. I'm the same way when it comes to one trade. I've been noticing this week. Yesterday I was okay. Monday I traded horribly. I did okay yesterday, right? I had one good trade. I took about 2 scalps, then I had one decent trade, and then I stopped. Today I'm a bit more dialed in. So I've been scalping, but not bad. I've been scalping a little here and there, just totally using the 1 minute, but kind of trying to scalp the levels off the half an hour and then find a nice place to do business, and then go and zero in on the 1 minute for execution. And I found that it works really nicely. Remind me to talk about this in the execution class. We'll drill down deep. Now we're doing a look below and fail of, what are we doing here? Look below and fail of 55. So say you're buying the 55, 56, 57s, you're probably going to have to pay a little more because I was a little slow. Or you could wait for the next candle and see if that candle closes, right, on the 1 minute over 55, you're more likely to have a good long situation. I think you could buy the 56s like I bought a couple of micros, and I'm selling the 58s, the 59s. I've got an offer at 59. Let's see if it gets taken. It did, and I got 2 left, and I'm selling 59 quite happily off of that 56 long. That's not bad. That worked nice. Right? Look below and fail. And that's exactly what I was talking about. We take this level and then we just dig in deep here to see exactly what's going on. So it's like switching the lens of a microscope. Click, you zoom in. And the thing, it's free, right? You got a 1 minute, you got a half hour, right? So if you don't have market profile software, you don't need it, right? The concepts of inventory, cost basis, and structure. Basically what happened is we took this stuff that we bought, sold it, put it on sale, sold it higher, gave it a bit of a more of a sale, sold it higher, then put it on sale again. So as the market opens this morning, and remember it is a Fed day, right? So remember, what time is that? Is it noon or is it 2 p.m., right? New York time? God, I'm getting old. I'm starting to have short-term memory loss. Brutal. So it's 2 p.m. Don't everybody answer at the same time. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Anyway, be flat when that rate decision comes along, okay? Good stuff. Thanks, Christian. I haven't been ignoring you, just been really busy. 2 p.m. Thank you. Just be flat. That was a nice rotation, right? Look below and fail. 55. I was out in the 58s, but if you had a few more contracts, you could have held out till like 59 and 3/4, 60. Beautiful trade, right? Simple. The sell orders are done. The market rotates up. You become a supplier here, and you dump your supply there. You're in, you're out, you're paid. I like doing trading a few trades before the open, because what that does is it takes a little bit of the pressure off. Because retail traders have this sort of misconception that you got to come out of the chute like Secretariat, right? Like when that bell rings, you're not a racehorse. Wait for your setup. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of traders are like, okay, it's going to open. I'm like, it's not third and goal on the 5th, right? And we're digging in our defense to stop the run. Just chill out, right? Just chill out, right? If the trade shows itself, take it. If you do business that way, good. If the trade, it's the opening kickoff, there's no kickoff. You guys are just like, It's hilarious. Like power lifters doing those shots of ammonia before they get under the squat rack. Like, come on, take it easy. Okay? Oh, man. Just relax. Let the order flow show you where the trade is. Now, the thing is, point of control hasn't gotten underneath the 5 p.m. close. I'm seeing bids, and I'm seeing sort of a bit of a longer term is to take this cheap crap and go back and try and sell it over 73. Sound like a plan? So those of you who are like got some cheap product or are going to go net long here, put some offers out to see whether or not your trade's working, right? Say you're going long between 60 and 62 or 58 and 62, right? When it takes that high, go put a sell order at 65, right? Say you buy 5 here, right? Say you go and buy 5 in this area, right? Put some sell orders out on the way to VWAP, right? Those are lookout offers, just like a lookout bid. Because if this one gets taken, right, and you got 2 left, and these 2 don't get taken, you can get out of the trade at 68, 67 on your sub 61 product, right? Still make some money, right? That's all it is, right? Yeah, for me, Bo Hunter, I mean, I've been up since, 1 in the morning New York time, so that's what I love about 23-hour markets. Tonight had some good trades. You'll notice if you look at the half-hour chart, we'll have a good trade, and then it'll slow down. And then you might have another good trade, and then it'll kind of like chop around and be slow. It's been very stop, start, stop, start. Big candles, right? At times volatile. Let's see how volatile it is today, right? Today's the day before month end. I know Friday is the last day. Month end is tomorrow. Wholesaler or market maker month end is Friday because they have to provide liquidity. So their accounting is just a little different. Tomorrow's T+1 to Friday. Okay. Off of the open, I'm going to be watching 74.55. There's our open. I would love a test of the overnight low, right? Under 52, all the inventory is above us, and it could start puking out. A look below and fail of 42 quarter would be lovely. $44 is another big level on my half-hour chart. 44 is the middle of the cost basis. And it's been really good. Now, we didn't get down there, and I didn't buy it. I didn't front run it. Dang it. That's twice now I've missed a trade that's close because I just haven't been zip on the ball long enough. Like it's totally, totally concentrating. Come on, give me another 44. By the 48s. Let's see. Just be patient. Just wait for it. See how this candle shakes out. Give it 20 seconds, right? Take my own advice, right? Come on, give me a big sell. Give me a seller. Take out, there you go. There you go. Let's see if we can tag 44. Oh, oh, you dirty rat. Now come on, break it and go try the overnight low. Be proper. Ugh. Told you the levels worked, right? I didn't buy it. I was looking for a look below and fail of 44. But being that it's close, it's a day away from month end, it's definitely good. Maybe it's going to trade a little front runner ish, right? So we pick up a little at 48s, sell the 50, 51s, right? That'll work, right? That'll work. Okay, we're going to have a seller here. And there's 55. Now, folks, if this thing, we shouldn't be premature. Let's see if we can start getting over 55. If it does, there's a stop up here in the 66s, which is the middle of the next sort of quadrant up for larger traders. Okay. Let's see if it holds 55. Let it go up and flush. Right. On this backfill here, let's look for the bid. 10 seconds. If it comes back over the 54, 3/4, 55, it's trying to tell you something. The next candle will be a buy up to like 60, right? So you're long and you're out in the 59, 59/4, right? Just if you've got them, sell them. There you go. That's beautiful. And I'm flat, right? We found the bid. Now, if this trading, the levels are working nicely. If this trading is too fast for you, don't worry, right? It will slow down a little bit. Next week will be much better, probably a little slower, right? You got a lot of stuff going this week, with the Fed and earnings and month end. It's like the perfect storm, you know? Let's see if we can hold 55. Didn't need to last long, Milo. That's the thing, right? If you learn how to trade quick, you can take advantage of these situations. This kind of a situation is going to be probably more and more prevalent as we go into the next half of this year. I would say the markets will become even more speculative in nature than they already are. So, as the Penguin would say, govern yourselves accordingly. Okay? Govern yourselves accordingly. Right? It is up to you as a trader to adapt to the market. And hey, listen, I used to sit there and go, I can't trade this. I don't know how to trade this. Learn. It's in that movie when that Banderas guy, he's hanging out with the Vikings and the Vikings throw him a sword and he goes, The sword is too heavy for him. And the Viking dude looks at him and goes, grow stronger. And that was the end of that conversation. Right? You have to adapt. 54 3/4 holding, but I'm looking for a little lower. Let's see if we can do a look below and fail. I'll wait for the next candle. These ranges are kind of big, so it's hard to wait for the next candle. Sometimes you do tend to jump the gun. I do, that's for sure. That's why I've been trading less. And I kind of made my money for the day, so I'm trading small now. I'll just trade a couple of micros. See, that's why you wait for the next candle. See? It's so easy. I was looking to buy 57.56. Had I bought 57.56 and I didn't wait for this candle, I'd be getting spanked right now. Right? And that always used to happen. You'd buy it, it would flush hard, come down to cost basis, stop, and pop. And then the trade would work. Or it would just keep going. And people are like, oh, I'll average down here. Ooh, and then it keeps going. Oh, I'll average down here. Oh, I'll average. The next thing you know, it's a look below and fail at 42 1/4. Right? That's why we tell you to be patient. Even though people hate being told to be patient. Now let's see if this candle holds the 55s. You know there's going to be a seller at 58. Right? So if you're long, make sure you got your orders in. Right? I'm going to throw out a reference. Let's see how many of you get it. Right? See, you're long 55, 56. You're selling that 58, 57, 58 so quick. Right? So this kind of trading, you got to breathe through your eyelids. Let's see if any of you guys get that reference. No? Nobody's seen Bull Durham? God. I think I'm the only one over 50 in the room today. That's funny. No, Moran, it's an American baseball movie. So 44 is the middle of this zone we're in. If we can't get under 44, be careful. Okay, just use the candles. Never seen Bull Durham? Wow. There we go. 55 to 57. Just in and out. Okie dokie. See, the seller was here, here. See how the seller has moved down? Where are the trend line folks? Check that out. Right? The trend line moving down means the seller at each candle, they're competing at lower levels. See, they're right at 58 again. Let's see if somebody gets anxious and pukes it down to 52. Oh no, 52 half, 3/4. Someone's gonna bash this thing. I mean, if I was a competing seller at 56, I'd sell it all the way down to 50. But these algos are so precise. They're so much more efficient than humans. Come on, competition. Give us a push. See how the sellers are lower and lower and lower. Right? You don't want to be going long when you see that. Right? If you're short, you can stay short. Candles are a little big, so your trade management has to be good. Like if you're short, I would be using this as your stop. Right? If you're short here, I would be using that 57 as your stop. If you're short under here, right, I would use 54 as a stop, 55, I'm sorry. And I'd put some bids down here. I would be bid. I'd be a buyer down here just to make sure that you get product. Because if that 44 holds, my friends, if 44 holds, be careful on the short side. If it breaks, that would be healthy to get a 33 print. But right now, I don't know. I don't want to bias people. This is short covering. Very washing machine mode. It's not the cleanest short, no. Right? Should have a seller at 55. There you go, Sergio. You know, the thing is, my friend, you learn a little every day. You know, Rome was not built in one day. It'll take some time. Be a little patient with yourself. Try and enjoy the process so it doesn't become like Clockwork Orange. You know, there's another reference. We'll see if any of you guys get the Clockwork Orange reference. Come on, surely someone's seen that film. There we go. That's like line lock. They took the brakes off. Right? So you can buy 55 and sell 58 all day. Right? Now, how many of you know anything about drag cars? Well, you're familiar with line lock. That was line lock. This is where you were revving the tires, getting them nice and sticky. When you really reach the line lock, pop and sell into it. That was nice. And I was telling you guys, be careful shorting if it doesn't take out 44. Worked perfectly. Line lock, sorry, not lime rock. Line lock, which locks up the front wheels of a dragster, so you can Exactly, Ronan, right? Get those back tires nice and sticky. Sorry, I was taking a sip of water, so it might have sounded like I got rocks in my mouth. Now let's see where we end up on this thing. This kind of trading, I used to hate it. I could never get it right. This month was seriously a month where I sat back and I went, man, I remember 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to trade this, and I was so frustrated. Oh, it was brutal. Just brutal. So, those of you who are struggling, don't worry about it. We all go through the same spanking machine. Nobody pops out of the womb and is a virtuoso trader. That just doesn't happen. I think we're going to hit out 44. Let's go see if we can. If we go down to 74.44 and when we go and show it some size, it should fold like a card table. Let's see. The only reason it's holding is there's no size trading down there, right? And in the old days, they would call that a taper. The tapering of volume as you get to that level means there's no size coming out. But if you went to 74.44 and you showed them 5,000 contracts, it'll come apart like a sheep suit. It'll just like bing. You'll be at 40 before you know it. Unless there's somebody who's waiting for that, right? And they've got 10K just kind of waiting to buy under 43, right? Yeah, they're front running the level right now. And there's no size coming out, so let's see. The trade I would like is to look below and fail of the overnight low. Take out 44, pop back, take that overnight low, right? On the 1 minute, so that overnight low is like 38.39. It's like right here, right? Come down, tag that, take it out, and then long here up to 54. That would be nice. Holy crap, you're right, Raj. We still got 10 minutes left in A period. Dear Lord. Oof. This market's making me old. If you haven't had a good week trading, don't freak out. It'll calm down after month end. Usually Fed days are pretty slow. It is not the case. Usually Fed days are slow, but we're into the summertime, and tomorrow being month end, everyone's trying to make a little extra scratch before month end. And also there are a lot of big speculative fast money traders in this market now. There's 44. Come on down. Should play the music from The Price is Right. You're the next contestant on the overnight low. Come on. Keep them coming. There we go. One tick after another. Oh, this is the front run. There we go. So what I'm waiting for is this, and I would be happier taking it over 42, 43. Come on, 33. 33 is the level on my half-hour candle chart. So just being patient. Now don't give me a big green candle now. No, 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 no. Sell, sell. Come on. Don't be weird. There you go. There you go. That's the business right there. That's the stuff. There we go. Come on. Show me a 33 bid. And if 33 breaks, there's some size. Let it look below 33, fail, and come back up. We could. We went lower than 32. Nice call, Sergio. Nice call. Big, big candles, right? Come on, 29 3/4. Let them sell. Let the large traders. First, the short sellers are going to come in and start covering, right? When the large shorts come in and start bidding to cover, you'll see the contract volume start to increase. After which you'll see wholesale come in and start building a position, right? Till then, just relax, right? So this is 2 times, 4 times. We're into 4 times cost basis now, right? Cost basis times 2 times 4, times 2 times 4. Let's find that 33 bid. And now I've traded 33 before, so if I buy a few at 33, right, I'll use the 36s to get out. And if it pops 36, if you want to hold a run at 38. But here on this green candle, after a liquidation on the first green candle, look for the seller, right? So I bought 33 and I'm selling 36 on 3. Leap and lizards, let me take them. I'll sell them. You want them? I've got them, right? I've got one left and I'm flat, right? So that trade was the look below and fail of 33. And I micromanaged it here on the 1 minute. Pretty simple. And I'm done. Now, for traders who are a little slower, and that's cool, what you want to do is you want to wait for a look below and fail of 42. Let the size traders come and clean this area up, and then you can buy 42 up to 46 and 48. Yeah, but you did, because I've been talking about that level for like 2 weeks. That's why I'm saying, sorry, right? That's why I'm saying, just take them from the edge. So I'm long gone, right? I'm not still long. There's no way I'm holding that thing. What I'm going to do on the half hour, there's a level here at 74.17. Let's see if we can go tickle that, right? That would be, whoo, what a coincidence. As my buddy Garber would say, what a coinky dink. So we're looking for 17, okay? We're looking for 17. These are some ranges. Look at this candle. This candle's from 60 all the way down to 28 on the half hour. I tell you, the boys and girls who are trading in the show, in the big leagues, they are making some serious money in these markets. Dear God. With these ranges and the amount of capital and sophistication that the institutional folks have, small hedge funds, partnerships, they must be just printing money. So we're looking for bids at 17 in that area. That'll be a good deep discount to cost basis from our 1 minute time frame. And we're still in A period, Raj. 17, 18, there you go, Hex, right? For people who don't know what value is, it's just basically those two lows, right? Low, low, bink, bink, right? If we take out the 17s, we'll be looking for 10 and then 73.88 on the half hour, okay? Here we are. We're at the bottom here at the 21s. Right, this is our balance zone for those market profile traders. And we've just been in the car wash or the Maytag, whatever you prefer. We're catching some bids here, a little front running. I am, now we got two green candles in a row after a nice downtrend. Where's the seller? It's going to be there. And here. Right, so if you are long, expect some traffic at 34, expect some traffic at 37, okay? They might sell before 34. See? If you were long 26, you should have been selling 31, 30. Understood? Got to be smart about it, folks. Right? No fantasy trading, especially 1 day away from month end. And we're almost into the next half hour. So remember, 11 o'clock a.m. 11 a.m. execution class. You guys still game for it? Okay, cool. I mean, I know a lot of people are like checked out because it's summer, and I get it. I completely understand. No, it's the 1 minute candle. I just have this open. I have this open really for old time's sake. I'm actually having much more fun trading off of this half hour chart. I find it's beautiful. Um, so this is like a map of the city, and then this is a map of the neighborhood we're in. So I know that the sellers were here, and I know that the sellers are here. See, the thing is, SG, the sellers create the top of the candle. People never think about it or talk about it because nobody who's ever sold size teaches trading. We're either retired or dead. So nobody ever tells you that this candle, the sellers moved down to the top of this candle. And if the offer comes back up over 34, it means the sellers have seen buyers. You see, the sellers in a market set the price according to the flow of customers coming in. So no customer, discount. Lots of customers, raise price, right? And that is the red line, is the offer. So you just draw a line, watch the offer. You know there's a seller at 34 or competing sellers. Now they seem to be at 33. See, the next candle that opens, just watch. It's pretty cool. You'll be blown away by the amount of information that you can get off a 1 minute chart. Oh, crap. I hit the wrong button. Okay, watch this candle. It's going to close in 19 seconds. All right, see how the sellers are underneath that line? Oh, they left it. They see a buyer. They lift price, right? If you watch that enough, and now they're back underneath again, right? I'll be waiting to see if we can hold 34, 35 using this chart. If we start taking out the sellers at 37, 38, you will be looking for a long up to 44. Okay? But we got to hold the 33s. So wait for 34, 35 to be a little bit more solid, right? You want to see this resistance turn into support. Resistance turns into support when the position is underneath it. If you don't know what the position is, it means the inventory, right? So to look below and fail on a half an hour, you can micromanage here. If you want this trade, you can micromanage it over here. So you watch 33 and you just wait until the market really accepts over it to take the long. And if you're shorting, right, say you're short 35, stop 37, you know that there are bids here underneath 29, and you know there are bids at 27. So put your buy orders there, right? You're short 34, go buy some back at 32, 31. Right? So my method of trading is the way people do business. It's the way people have done business for thousands of years. It's not really a method, it's just work, right? You go to work. Bakers do the same thing, right? They make the bread every morning. We create inventory and sell it. Right? So if we're holding 33, you can see that there's a seller at 34. Right? We need enough people to line up now so we can raise price up to 35, 36. There you go. Right? Remember, if you are long, put your sell orders out, right? Just in case the ghost of Christmas offer pops up again, right? So you're long 33, sell the 36 and 3/4, sell them at 37, right? You got a few left, put them out. There's going to be a seller at 38. You might as well sell. Long 33 out at 38. If you got some runners, where are you looking, right? 39s, 40s, right? And if it's not taking out your 38, 39, sell them at 37, right? Don't be greedy, right? Just use the chart. Just use the chart. It's now let's see if it on the backfill it should bid 33, 32. It should. If it doesn't bid 32, don't be long, right? You always want to sell into strength. You're buying 33, you're selling 37, 38. There's no shame in that. On 567 E-minis, that's a nice trade. Time of trade is like maybe 2 minutes, right? It's not a simple trade. It's not easy. It's taken me years to build up the muscle memory and the reflexes and the knowledge and put it all together. But it can be done because if I can do it, anyone can, right? This is not rocket science, right? If I can do this, anyone can do it. Because seriously, the first couple of years of retail trading for me were horrible. I hated it. I was like, I was so bad at retail trading at first that I was like, maybe I should just go do a pump and dump. If somebody had offered me to go and do a pump and dump, right, I would I would have jumped at it. I would have been F this. I'm going back to my old ways. Let's just go sell a couple of $1 million worth of stock, right? Just jam some stupid stock, make like 3 to 5 million in a week. Doesn't have to be a lot, and I'm done. Right? For some reason, I grew up. Some reason my biggest detriment in business has been having a conscience. It has kept me from becoming a billionaire over and over. It's a curse, right? In this business, to have a conscience, it's a curse. Seriously. There's so much easy money if you're like willing to screw people over. You guys have no clue, right? It's just as easy as, oh, this guy's deal's in trouble. Let's all short it. It's that easy. It happens all the time. You guys see stocks that do nothing but go down and lower and lower and lower. That's how it starts. Nice short, Rad Dad 84. 84 was a good year. Now I'm just stupid until. But yeah, don't worry if you're having a hard time. If anybody actually comes out and says that retail trading's really easy, oh yeah, I made $1 million my first month, right? I don't know. I've got some oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you. Got to be patient with yourself. Let's see if we can come down to 17. On this balance zone that we have, let me show you where we're looking at. If we can get under that low from yesterday, I think we might have a chance of taking out the sixes even. Here we go. It's a good liquidation. It's a good liquidation. Six to nine. Thanks, Tim. Good stuff. Have a good day. It's nice to make your money and be done. I'll be long gone before the Fed decision. So that's 4 times discount. If we break 17, then we'll be into our eight times discount zone from our overnight cost basis. Hey, Sandy, how are you? I'll just put 4 there for now. Oof. Good. You're having a good summer? You have AC? I saw this video today of a guy cooking a steak in a pan on his rooftop in Paris. It was hilarious. Come on, 17. Here we go. Finally. There we go. Yeah, it's this market is definitely a challenge to trade. It's not that hot? Oh, okay. Maybe it was from a while ago. See if we get a reaction at 10, 10, 11. Let the market find the bottom. No reason to jump ahead. We haven't been down here before. So taking out that 17 bid, what that's done now, it's gotten all these people who are long over, they're all starting to puke it out. The next candle is going to open now. And if it's a green one, well, it's not. See, the sellers keep moving lower and lower. Thanks, Andy. Let's see if it holds that low. Yeah, definitely, right? It's okay. This liquidation is much needed. Right? Very needed, this liquidation. You guys okay in the room? Hope you're not trying to buy the dip into the lowering offers. All right. If you are buying 10 and 11s, make sure you put your offers out, okay? There's going to be a seller right underneath 14. There they are. They're right there, right? See? Now, if they pull 14 and they pull up their offer and start printing 15, right, and you're still long, lose them up in the 14s, right? Take the money. Take the money. That's okay, Monk. You can still, you can recover from that. I've been watching this market now since about 6 o'clock this morning. It's 3:15 my time now, so um, I've been very. It gave me enough time to get in tune with it and get my execution. I find a lot of times when I first start trading, my first couple of executions are rough. And it's okay, you lose 30, 40, 50 bucks. That's good. Just kind of chill out, get a coffee. You're missing something or you're not in the rhythm or the step of it. It happens, right? Way better to lose 60 bucks than 600, right? Keep your business expenses down, right? It's good, Monk. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather lose 60 than 600. Look, I don't need to lose $600 to know I'm not trading well or I'm out of step with the music, you know what I mean? Right? I use those first couple of trades. If you're down 30, 40, 50 bucks, whatever, use those trades to you can make $60, right? You can make back that $60, right? So that's not a big thing. 600 bucks and you make a habit of losing $600 here and there, it starts to add up, right? It starts to add up. So, me, if I have two or three losing trades, I just at first I'd get tilted, or get upset that you're not, damn it, I should be smarter, I should be better. Don't. It's just you're out of step. Use it to, you know, use it as like a feedback loop, right? So you take the trade, you get information, you adjust. You take the trade, you get information, you adjust. Get into that loop, right? Trade the micro, keep your losses tight. That way you can use them to course correct, right? But it's hard to course correct if you're down 3 grand, you know? Popping 17. Now, what I'm interested in, everyone's thinking, okay, I should buy it here, right? Maybe, but where the hell is the seller, right? Where's the seller, right? I know there's a seller at just above 18 on that green candle. The green candle told us, hey, there's a seller here, right? Now, we know they stopped selling here in the 12s. What I'm thinking is, can we go back and forth here and I can buy the 12s and pop the 15, 16s on the sell? I could do that. If it doesn't, if it just chops, that's okay too, right? But I'm not going to buy it and hope it pops 18, 19. I can see that on this candle, the seller has moved from here to here. The next candle is going to open in 6 seconds, and I want to see where the low of that candle is in comparison to this one. That's why I have the timer on the chart. So if you are short, the look above and fail of 17, on the offer lowering, you should be bid 12. If you didn't get any at 12, cover 14. Okay? Everything we do is tactical. If you have a bigger account, if it starts offering and printing 16, you're in trouble. There you go. That's why I said cover, right? That's why I said cover. Hey Ken, what's going on, man? How you doing? What part of the world are you in now? Ken's our traveler. See, the sellers are still here. If we can clear 1920, you'll probably have a decent long up to 26. I love the UK. I love Canada too, but for somebody who's old, I like hanging out in the UK. Canada's great when you're like 22. But when you're 58, there's really not much to do. And all my friends never leave the house. So it's a bit lonely. Here, it's cool because I'm the old guy in the building. And, when I'm visiting Liverpool, it's great because I'm hanging out with a bunch of kids. They're all like, I mean, they're kids, they're in their 30s, some in their 40s. I call them kids. But they keep me young. It's much more social. It's kind of like the way Canada used to be in the 80s and 90s. There was always a party and we always had fun. But now everyone's all serious, talking politics. Ugh. Okay. That's not for me. All right. Can we get some sucker to buy 19? There we go. Can we get the sucker to buy 20? Bingo. Keep it going. Come on. No, not yet. There is a pub life. Exactly, Moran. So we let's see if we can hold 17. Right. So this half hour candle, we're just micromanaging it. Right. This is like the microscope. This is what's going on here. Because if you look at the half hour candle, it's useless. Like you really can't trade this. Here you could trade it. Australia. I'd love to go to Australia. Primarily, I would like to go to Australia to find a 1972 Ford Falcon XGBT, the Mad Max Interceptor. I love that car. I haven't even looked and seen how are stocks. How's the coin of bitterness? I haven't looked at anything else other than ES all day. Tesla's looking for a bottom, Microsoft sideways, leather jacket guy 191, crab apple. Anybody seen Apple lately? Like nobody's paying attention, but the thing keeps making a new high every day. I mean, I'd never buy any of their products, they're too expensive. But I like their stock. If you were a shareholder, you should be pretty happy. SpaceX down another $3. Yay! I'm looking for $80 on SpaceX. SPCX, I'm looking, I have an $80 look below and fail level. So it just needs to come down another $30. Oh, okay, back under 10. And nobody talks about it. $5 trillion market cap. It's starting to get to those Dr. Evil levels, right? When you say 5 trillion, you got to like stick your pinky in your mouth, right? Sellers at 11 now. Let's just flush this thing. Oh, why $80 on SpaceX? Oh, hang tight. Let me just Sorry, I'll let that chart open and load. Come on, 7404. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's bring this puppy down. 73.88. Let's get a print. There we go. It's not your typical month end, is it? A lot of people will get suckered into buying pre-month end because they think the market's going to get scooted up. It's the anti-AI trade. Oh, I didn't know there was one. So SpaceX 8069 is the level I'm looking at. And that's my 4 times discount. Yeah, good flush. Right. Remember, folks, in plumbing and in markets, a flush beats a full house, right? Look at all these people who are trapped long over 74.20. They're all coming out now. Tomorrow is month end. They got to pay the bill. They'll get rid of this and dump it. The people who are short, they finally get to cover, right? They get to take back their short with some dignity, right? Every month end, the shorts have been screwed. There's 6 and there's 74.02. Big level to the downside, 73.91 quarter, which is the bottom of our zone, which is right here. These markets are rotational. I had a buddy of mine who had a very successful plumbing business, and it always said, in our business, a flush is better than a full house. And that's the same thing in a market. If we can dump out everyone who's long over 74.20, right, and buy all their position under maybe 88, if we can get them all to sell between 66 and 88, and then take it back and sell it at 74.10, 74.33, that would be cool, right? Exactly. You flush out all the sellers. Now, this is a little bit more, you guys should be paying attention to something. Usually Fed days don't trade like this, do they? Where they just lose the bid. You guys notice something a little different? Especially, yeah, before month end. Usually Fed days are really tight, right? Really tightly range bound, right? So this should make your spider sense tingle, right? It's going to be one of those kind of the end of this year, right? You are going to have to use your intuition, which is built on repetition of solid common business sense tactics, right? You're going to have to tune into that, and as they say in Bull Durham, you're going to have to breathe through your eyelids when you're trading, right? Which means you should have trained yourself to trade faster markets volatility because it's coming, right? And the gap unfilled, right? Usually every time we gap down, we fill it the next day or the other day. Lately, we have not. We have an unfilled gap above, which means we have supply. Right? Usually it's a short squeeze, but Moran, there's no squeezing right now. As they say in the US, they have squeezed the Charmant. Sorry, I'm old. It's like these old advertising commercials stick in your head, right? Don't squeeze the Charmin, right? It's a toilet paper commercial. Yeah, there's no squeeze. Ever since we took out 74.20, Moran, right? All that inventory is dumping out. So I'm not a Fed watcher. I have no idea what's going to happen. But the market's trying to tell me that it's like, it's like foghorn leghorn right now. It's like I say, looky here, right? It's trying to talk to us if we're paying attention. So just be careful around Fed time, okay? It could turn out to be another short squeeze, but right now it's trading differently than it usually does, right? Let's see if we can get above that 11. We talk a lot about adapting to when markets change. The stuff I'm talking about are the clues that the market's changing. What are the clues? Unfilled gap. Large range liquidation on a Fed day, right? These kinds of things you got to pay attention to because you have to change the way you execute, right? Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm always learning. And never forget we are trading in a wartime market, right? This is a wartime market. So that definitely has to be respected. What's the order book look like here? It's fairly thin, 30s and 40s at every tick. Price is jumping around a little bit. Oh gosh, I went over. Sorry guys. You guys didn't stop me. This is twice I've done this now. I kept talking past the hour. I didn't see the thing change because I wasn't watching the TPO chart. Sorry, folks. All right. Apologize for keeping you guys on longer than I should have. Okay, be careful out there. Remember, don't trade around Fed. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you in 25 minutes. I'll put the link in here. Thanks, folks. Bye for now. And those of you who are interested in learning how to trade, little ad for the room, tradingsyndicate.gov, come give us a chance to teach you how to trade and do it in a practical manner. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.